You might want to talk about your science on a green screen so you can change the background later to whatever you want. So let's have a look at how we do that in DaVinci Resolve. So I've got a few elements already built in here. I've got a static photo, I've got a moving background, some foreground elements as well, and then our green screen. So if we drag in a photo, we can make this however, whatever length we want. But you can see that it's not the right proportions. It's got these black bars on the side. So you just want to click on that and come over to our transform section and just zoom in by dragging that across. And then what we can do as well, just to sell that effect, is come down to Open Effects and to Gaussian Blur and just drag that onto it too. And in the effects panel at the top right then, you can just reduce that down just to add a little bit in for that effect of that depth of field. We don't want a static photo for this one though. We want a background that moves. So we're going to drag in this snowy landscape. Maybe add a little bit of Gaussian blur into this as well, just to, again, to sell that effect, not too much though. And then on top of that, we're going to put our green screen layer. So underneath on video track 1 is going to go a background, and then video track 2 is going to be our green screen element. We can have less volume on that. We're going to make it the same length for now. And then this is our green screen element. So with this, we're going to come into our open effects, and we're going to go all the way down to keying. So Resolve FX key, and bring in a 3D keyer onto our green screen element. Nothing's changed, but we'll see that in effects, we've got a 3D keyer up here now. And all we need to do is click on this one, which is going to be our little eyedropper to tell DaVinci Resolve what the green screen is. And we're going to start from bottom to top, and we're just going to push up all the way around here to get all these different types of green in. Because you can see they're not all the same shade of green. If you light a backdrop correctly, a green screen correctly, you will have all the same shades. I didn't. You can see that there's little bits that are missing. So we can come into our final composite down here, change that to alpha highlight black and white. And all the black stuff is getting keyed out. All the white stuff is getting kept in. So we can just, with this plus button, just kind of go around and just add more of this in. And as much of this as we can get in, as much as the green screen, we can get DaVinci to take out, the better, and that'll give us a cleaner key afterwards. So that's looking good now. I'm going to get as close to me as I can, because that's where you'll be able to notice the bad green screen is right next to you. So if we go back to our final composite then, that's looking a lot better. I'm actually going to just come up. You can go into Matte Finesse and choose some of these and help clean the blacks and the whites and just despill it a little bit. You can click despill up here, which is great. Takes a lot of the green ambience out. And you take off show paths. And then obviously I've still got all this around me too, and I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to come to our garbage matte. I'm going to click an ellipse, and then I'm going to change the proportions. Obviously I kind of don't want that because now I'm gone. However, if I click invert, that inverts me. I've noticed that Despell has made my helmet and my rope go green. So I'm just going to take that off in our green screen options. Just there. But that looks pretty good though. Just to sell that effect even more, one thing I'm going to do is going to put a foreground element in. So let's put this slow motion snow in like so, make it the same length. And then, I've gone over my green screen. I don't want to do that. So I want to put it up onto a third one. And then we want to see through that to what's behind it, right? So we're going to get rid of the black, keep the white. So up here in the video section, we're going to come down to composite, and then in composite mode, we're going to go all the way down to screen, and then we can see through all the black stuff and to the white stuff behind. So now it looks like this. That's a pretty effective green screen key. Obviously, if you light it properly on the day, and just a couple of good tips, is if you light it properly, light the green screen separately to you, and preferably at a different temperature to you as well. So light the green screen separately, have a bit of distance between you and the green screen, and also make sure all the wrinkles are taken out of the green screen. Any of the wrinkles, any of the little crimps and tears and whatever else, iron it if you can. Just get it nice and taut. If it's a lycra style one, if it's a paper style one, just make sure it's a nice matte and evenly lit. Green screening is easy if you do all that effort up front, and it makes your life harder in the edit if you don't. So that's the way that you green screen in DaVinci Resolve, and now you can present your science from absolutely anywhere in the world.